Hello and welcome to Narrowboat Precious Jet. My name's Steve Tyrrell and this is my boat, Precious Jet. Anyway, if this is your first time, you're more than welcome to be here. If you do enjoy what you see, please consider subscribing. Anyway, things are changing a little bit in the boat, very slowly I'm afraid at the moment, but they'll get there slowly, they'll get there. Because I'm working nights, it's kind of a bit awkward for me to get down here and do some stuff during the day because obviously I want to sleep. So, but I do come down here for the odd day and do a little bit. Anyway, enough of that rubbish, enough of excuses. Let's go and have a wander inside and see what we've done so far. I've done a few more things since I last recorded. So anyway, let's go and have a look. Right, that's the rear bilge. Get a good clean out. I did put some rust proof on there earlier the other day. It's not looking too bad. It was quite wet in here. There is a rear leak and I think it's coming from the windows. The two windows either side here like this. I think it's coming from there and also from that there, look. See the vent at the back? I notice it's very wet. You can't really see here because the light's not great, but below that vent there was a big puddle of water and I think it's running all the way around the back. Under them boards there, down the counter that side and then dropping into the bilge at the bottom there. Yeah, so I need to think about that air vent at the back, but we're getting there slowly. You can't really see at the moment so I'll put a board down, but under the engine build, that's all red oxide now. That looks really good. That's nice under there, and also red oxide in the bathroom area. So I am going to give this another coat of aqua steel, just on the base plate, and hopefully if the next few days are quite dry, no rain, it will dry out hopefully. If not, I'll have to start masking tape things up and covering the windows up to stop any water getting on them, and then just do it by a course of elimination. So do the windows, do the air vents at the back. If it's still letting water in, then perhaps have to look at the rear doors there. Because when I came earlier, this step here where I thought it'd be soaking wet, it's not. That's quite dry. So I don't know whether, I don't think the water's actually coming in there. I mean, behind here, I did show you the other day, behind here there is an air vent there, look. That could be letting water in, but I've put some bricks up against that at the moment just to stop the rain splattering against it. So that might have stopped that, but I'm still getting water in. I've got to go and get a multi-tool because them boards at the back there are sitting on the counter and I need to take off a little bit of the board at the bottom. I may even end up taking them boards out completely because they look like they might be soaked in diesel, and if that's the case they're coming out. The last thing you want is a boat that smells of diesel, because when I bought it there was an air of like chemically diesely sort of smell. That's the last thing you want in a boat, isn't it? The smell of diesel. So anyway, that's where we are so far. Right, let's give this another coat. These videos are very much, at the moment, very much like watching paint dry, because that's exactly what's happening. You're just sitting there watching the paint dry and the rust proof are dry. So we'll see how we get on. We'll see. Once I start rebuilding, it'll be better. It'll be a lot better. So here's Charlie looking stressed out. He doesn't like it when I work in the boat. He likes it when I play with him and mess about. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Let's paint the bilge, see what happens. Right, there you go. So now you've seen how it goes on. It goes on like just a white emulsiony sort of paint. Stay there, Charlie. He wants to come in but the floor's wet. You stay there, wait there. In fact, I'm going to walk over there and stop him coming in. So there you go. It goes on like an emulsion type paint. Goes on white, and then as soon as it comes in contact with the air and the rust, it turns blue. And then after a while it goes like a dark black colour when it's set. So this is it for now. So that's that done. I'm hoping now I can get down here, if the weather stays today, I will come down here tomorrow morning, and I'm going to paint the bilge with, if it's dry obviously, I'm going to paint the bilge with red oxide, just the floors, just the bilge, the base plate, and slightly up the sides. For the simple fact is, stay there dog, stay there. The sides of the counter there have been painted with bitumen paint. That black there, that's like a bitumen based paint. So I'm struggling to get it off, and nothing will go over the top of it, 'cause it just bubbles up and it won't stick. So what I'm thinking of doing is, now then, the base plate's done, so that's done, that's clean, that's been painted, that's getting rust proof, that's fine. So up until the very edge, I'm going to paint it nice and white, and then on the top of the counters, not white, sorry, grey or whatever colour I get, that's what I'm going to paint it, just the base plate. The sides of the counters and the sides there of the Uxter plate and the side of the counter there, I'm going to paint with bitumen paint again, only because that's what was on there before. The top of the counter and underneath there, look, where the weed hatch is, I might try and paint that grey again, because that was grey before. It's just these edges here, it's just these, so I might just paint these edges again with like a bitumen based paint. I've tried scrubbing it, I've tried washing it off. In fact, that bit at the back there, I've scrubbed that today. So I'm going to see how that goes tomorrow. When I paint it with red oxide, I'll paint that bit as well, and if it works, then I'll scrub all of them. I'll scrub all of them and then paint over red oxide and see what happens. But the thing is, if the red oxide doesn't stick onto all of it that I paint, there's no point in painting it, because if there's any moisture gets under, you've got a little bit that flakes up, any moisture gets under that red. Oh, Charlie, out. He's a little sod, get out. He's a little monkey, he's walked on it now. I'm going to repaint that. Little paw prints, look. So where was I? So if any of the bits flake up and don't stick to the paint, and moisture gets underneath, it'll just rust. So unless it sticks to all of it, there's no point painting any of it. I may as well just paint it with a wax oil or a grease or a bitumen based paint that's already on there. So that's what I might do. So I might paint all the base plates, get that nice and neat, all the base plate, paint the sides with bitumen again, and then paint the top of the counters nice and neat, especially under there with the stuffing boxes. So right, that's it for today. I'm gonna have to go and wash his paws now. You're a little monkey, aren't you? Hey? Right, I'm going to end it here for now. Obviously you'll see me tomorrow, but for me this is it today, done. Now I'm going to have to go and wash his feet. He's a little monkey. Okay guys, see you in a minute. Don't know exactly how much you can see there. I've cut a little channel all the way along the bottom there, just so that it allows any moisture in there to run out. I think this counter here will have some form of insulation on it, it'll have to. Just don't know what yet. got a feeling these fuel pipes are going to have to come out as well, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, so I've got that board out of the back. Yeah, just needs a good clean up here now. And then at the very bottom there, where the insulation board runs across the bottom, I just need to chop that out, and then think about something to do with that air vent, because that's where the majority of the water's coming in. Seems to be fine up here. The step's dry. All the wood around the step's dry, so I'm assuming the step's not leaking. So I think it's that at the back there. And Charlie's moaning behind me. He doesn't like it when I work. Look. Go, Charlie boy. When I'm working on the boat, he gets very stressed out. He doesn't like it. He likes to be the centre of attention. And when I'm working on the boat, he's not. Are you, boy? Hey? Yeah, right, so think about what we can do with that. I think what I might do for now is, I've got a little air vent like this, look. I might find a way of just putting that on the outside just to keep the rain out maybe. But at some point I'm going to have a diesel heater at the back here to do the central heating, so that's going to exit here somewhere and be mounted here somewhere, so we shall see. Okay, onwards and upwards. Onwards and upwards. Right, that's the other side of the stern counter cleared out. This is all the bits of insulation. So under there now, under that gap under there, look, you can't really see very well. That was a bit of a water run from the air vent at the back. So that's cleared out now. So that should start drying out. When I've got the brush in there and cleared it out, that should start drying out. Once that's dry, then all this top here, I can seal that vent up with a bit of tape for now, and all this back end here, this can all be painted. The floor can be painted once I'm off stock, because I keep getting water build up in that corner there, and it's coming from the windows and from that rear vent there, look. So once I've got them sealed, I'm going to seal the windows up, get that done, and then once that's done I can start painting at the back here properly then. Getting a bit of red oxide down, and then start thinking about putting my base colour down. So the base colour in there, in the engine room, is going to be grey, because that's where my battery is going to sit. In here I've been given some blue epoxy, 2-pack epoxy coating. So that's going to go in here, I think. So I'm going to have that in here. So that should look quite nice when it's done. So Charlie's come to have a hug, look. I'll show you. He jumped up on my lap, look. He's come to have a hug. He stands on the floor of the boat and he's very cold on his feet. So every chance he gets, he likes to think he's a lap dog. So he's up here getting a cuddle and a nice and a warm of his feet. So anyway, right, keep going. Have a tidy up. Get rid of all this rubbish off the floor. And then start thinking about if I can get that dry down there, I might paint that, just the floor bit there, with red oxide, just the very floor. But I've got to vac up first and get rid of all the rubbish. So if I can get a coat of red oxide down, I'll be quite happy. So anyway, keep going, keep going. Simply lovely. Wow, looks so much better in red. So much so I'm thinking of leaving it red. The only issue I do have is, let me take you at the back here a bit and show you. So I was going to red oxide the sides, which you probably saw me start on the front. However, the red oxide has, so this black coating here, I thought was paint. It's not. It must be some sort of bitumen coating. I presume it's just the bitumen they use to paint on the outside of the boat. The only problem is, if you look there, look, you see that? So where I put the red oxide on, it has mixed badly with the bitumen base paint, and it started to run. Now if I wanted to be really pedantic, I could wipe all that bitumen off. I could get some thinners. I could get some thinners and wipe it all off and go pretty much down to the bare metal. I may do that. I don't think I'm going to though. I may do, but yeah, I don't think I am. So I think what I'm going to do now is the top of the counters I'm going to paint red oxide, if it doesn't react with the paint that's on there, because these bits here have obviously got bitumen on. So what I may end up doing on the sides, definitely, so on the sides here, these are all going to get covered because all insulation is going in there. Then there's going to be a wooden board and you won't see any of that. So and to be fair, you won't see any of the tops of the counters either. You won't see any of them neither. You will in the back end underneath the rear counter there. You'll see inside there, because when I open the weed hatch, you'll see that from the outside. So what I might do is under the weed hatch there, I may clean up and paint a nice bright colour grey, or even just an off-white, so that when you open the hatch it's nice and bright in there. And then these counters here, just get some more bitumen paint, and all these counters along the side here, bitumen paint them, and then paint these nice. I've got some epoxy 2-pack, so all these bits at the back here will be like a blue epoxy 2-pack, which I've been given. The bit under there is going to be grey, possibly. If the blue's nice and light, I might leave it blue, but if it's quite dark, under that bit there where the stuffing box is, and where you're going to see under the prop, obviously where the stuffing box and the stern greaser, where that is, you're going to see that, so that'll probably go grey. Charlie's moaning, he wants to go home, his feet are cold. So anyway, that's me done for today. I'll try and end the video here, only because I haven't put a video out for a couple of weeks, because I've had Christmas off. I've been enjoying myself. I've been a lazy bum over Christmas, although I've worked a few hours. I've been doing a bit of night shift, but during the day I've been lazying with Lady PJ. Here's Charlie boy, look. He doesn't like it when I work on the boat. He doesn't like it at all. So anyway, end the video here. So hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've had a great Christmas, and I hope 2021 is a nice prosperous year for you all. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please consider subscribing. Also hit the bell icon. That way YouTube will notify you every time I upload a video. So please like and comment. Your comments are always gratefully received. I do love reading your comments, so keep them coming, guys. Anyway, that's it for me. Like I said before, hope you've had a nice Christmas, and I hope your 2021 is more prosperous and far more enjoyable than your 2020, because 2020 has turned out to be a bit of a shit. Anyway, take care, guys. See you again soon. Bye for now.